more nonsense from the star of the Wicked musical, Cynthia Erivo. I feel personally victimized by this video. For some reason, you know how Variety has the Actors on Actors series? Rolling Stone has their own version of it called Musicians on Musicians. And they decided to put Cynthia Erivo, the star of Wicked, in the same room as Renee Rapp, who got us banned on TikTok. She is the star of the Mean Girls musical, which was an absolute abomination. These two people are so annoying. You would think that if they got in the same room together and spoke to each other, there would be some kind of like nuclear blast of annoyingness that would leave us in ruins. Yeah. But here, finally, Cynthia Erivo addresses the controversy over fan edits that she deemed racist and degrading, the most offensive thing she'd ever seen in her life. She is not going to soften any of those statements. She is merely doubling down on it and drawing upon her Black queer identity to do so.
It's very difficult, I imagine, to be that upset all the time.
No, I think she loves it. I think she gets a feeling of euphoria from it.
Intention is not to diminish anyone else's version of Elphaba.
Yeah, of course not.
Ever. But the intention is to allow her to show up as me in my body.
Right.
And I loathe to make it about this, but it is what it is. As a Black woman who is queer, who shows up in this way,
absolutely,
there's something that I have that many other Elphabas don't have. They don't know what it is like to walk through the world like this. I do.
Yeah.
And so that immediately makes me completely different. And the way he shot it, the way, the space that he gave me to do it is fucking awesome.
I bet it's so sick.
Renee just doesn't know what to say. You cannot invalidate her. She is Black and she is a woman and she is queer. Yeah. And she's here to stay. So Disparu actually made a really good point in the replies here. He said her power in this industry comes from her identity. So if you remove facial features, as they did in that fan edited poster, you remove her power from her, and that comes across as degrading. She has main character syndrome, cannot comprehend other points of view.
Which is weird because she literally is the main character in the movie.
But she feels degraded because that fan, when they photoshopped her eyes and most of her face out of the movie poster, took away her Blackness and queerness, because that's really the main focus. Yes. That's the main event for her at all times. Not the character she's playing, but her.
Yes.
She is the main event. Well, she is what you came to see. Not the character of Elphaba, but Cynthia Erivo herself and everything she represents.
There's also a shift in the last 10 to 15 years in the nature of actors, in how they're portraying themselves to the media, meaning I believe that actors have always been as self-absorbed as they are. I think that that's something that Hollywood, for the most part, has actually been pretty good at satirizing. But the problem is now, since that type of identitarian belief is now currency, it's shared in interviews. Whereas before, when you were giving interviews on a role, you would keep the focus on the character. You would focus on what it was like to portray this character and do this role, not how this character necessarily affected you.
Right. No one is actually interested in that.
A good producer, a good agent, understands innately that the plebs, us, can't really identify with it, and it's silly to try. It would be like us being like, you guys don't know how hard it is to be a podcaster. You just don't understand the challenges in my life, right? Even if there are challenges to your job, it's not a good look.
Well, we do make jokes like that.
Yes, but that's always tongue in cheek.
We have a 20 from Jose Quintana. Happy Monday Venom review. First half was boring. Second half was fast-paced and funny. They left room for a fourth. Zero interest in Wicked. All hail the Ghost Empress and the Optical Overlord. Long live PCC.
Thank you.
Thank you for your mini review.
I did release a short today talking about the fact that the movie did really, really well internationally, but what came in well under expectations at the domestic box office, which is very, very interesting considering all three of the movies have middling to very, very low critic scores and 80 to 79, high audience scores.
The official account for Venom posted a prompt asking fans to like volunteer to get roasted by
Venom.
by Venom. I replied, I did not get a roast. Unfortunately, I was too late to the game. But that's the kind of fan engagement that you want to drum up support for a movie, organic support. This is not happening for Wicked. They're creating antagonism with the fan base who intended nothing but to pay homage to the musical, intended nothing malicious whatsoever, but were accused of being racists at this point, which is so out of pocket. And not only that, Cynthia Erivo is like talking about astrology in this interview, in another part of this interview. I don't understand what's going on.
I got it.
Someone who's just outspoken and who knows their own self.
Yeah.
And it's
Like they're so obsessed with themselves. It's crazy.
She would be great, and she's not the girl from Agatha, is she? I don't think she's the girl from. Look,
Who is Renee Rapp?
No, the other actress, Cynthia Erivo. I'm through episode 4 of Agatha.
Why?
Better than
I thought
the
you said
Acolyte.
5.
No, I haven't
you're
started
only
yet.
on
So
4.
way better than the Acolyte, and I finally figured out why. So when you make an entire show that's for theater kids, and it's completely full of the stuff that would normally make you roll your eyes when it's just shoved into something where it doesn't normally fit, that leaves a bad taste in your mouth. As long as you go into it expecting what you're going to get, and you kind of just go along for the ride, outside of everything on the road being really, really darkly lit and annoying, everything when they're in one of these tasks or these challenges that they have to do, it's great sets, it's unique shot structure, it's kind of crazy. There's a demon. It was fine. It was a fine spending of 40 minutes. I would never watch it again, but it's not the Penguin. It's not something that's really made innately for dudes, but it found its audience, and the audience score on Agatha is way higher than the audience score on the Acolyte, because it knows who it's marketing to.
It's giving
And
Warrior Nun.
And it's giving those people what they want. So when I'm watching it, I'm not watching it objectively from the point of someone who thinks that this is something that he would normally watch. It's not. I'm saying they're not pretending it's something else and then shoving it into your face where it doesn't belong.
Sure.
So, and you put in the fact that, again, as you guys know, I put great emphasis on whether the main character, whether the lead actor knows what they're doing. And Kathryn Hahn is a fantastic actress and portrays this very, very bombastic character with great pizzazz. We'll use their words. It's good. It's fine. I would never watch it again.
I think they're
But-
going to tear you apart in the chat for saying that.
That's fine. It's not for us. It's just a matter of whether you're willing to watch it or not.
You took
But
Twitter's advice.
I did. So it's not just that. This gets worse for them.
Yeah.
Beyond all of the identity politics.
So-
And then back to my previous point, what I'm saying is, like, this is very different from Venom because they're marketing to theater kids. That's who they think is going to go see this movie. It's tracking to make like $125 million at the box office its opening weekend.
Well,
So
we'll see.
It's tracking
I don't
high.
know.
I don't know whether, I mean, it's a holiday weekend, so it's going to have a long
Yeah.
weekend to do that. We'll have to wait and see whether it actually does those numbers, but they are not getting the product placement that they should be. That is for sure.
Right, as if the marketing campaign for Wicked could get any worse. Now they are using mystery Walmart mac and cheese to market this movie. You buy it and you don't know if your mac and cheese is going to be pink or green until you open it up and you eat whatever the fuck that is.
Okay, the green one looks less gross than this one.
We have a 20 from CG87343. I will always associate Wicked with the South Park episode that shows it gives subtext to tell women to give Hummers to men. This actress is showing weapons grade cringe. More they talk, the less I care.
And to be fair to the actors and actresses, we care because we talk about it on air, but the average person who's going to see Wicked knows none of this is going on.
And they're better off for it. But the pink mac and cheese, it just looks like...
It just looks like it went bad.
I don't know. That looks like...
Radish mac and cheese?
It looks like if you like cut open a pigeon and you like found what was inside.
They're saying take it off the screen.
I'm sorry for making you look at this, but who thought this was a good idea? The Stanley Cups, I understand. Like, people love those.
It's the meme. It says, scientists got so caught up wondering if they could, they didn't stop to ask whether they should.
Yeah, this is deeply irresponsible.
It's
I need to get Alex Clark on this. I know we name drop her to the point where it's almost weird at this point, but I need Alex Clark to see this and stop them.
She needs to put
Call a congressional hearing on this.
Use your forces for good.
Stop them,
Use
please.
your forces for good. It's
not even Kraft mac and cheese. It's the Walmart Great Value mac and cheese. They couldn't even get the name brand to sponsor this.
So somebody in the chat asked, this can't be real. We checked. It is real.
Oh, yeah,
right?
it's real. Okay. It's real. I didn't even know about it, but it's been out for a couple weeks now.
Yeah. So
disgusting. I mean, get like a milkshake, right? They have Starbucks drinks. Get like a milkshake thing at like McDonald's or whatever. Like there's a green shake and a pink shake,
sorry,
right?
they already have the Shamrock Shake, so it would be cultural appropriation to have a green
They're
shake.
worried that it would turn into the Grimace shake trend.
Basically.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be the best thing to happen to this movie.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.